stop using scanner if you are using and if you are serious about DSA. Yes, I said it. If you are preparing for coding interviews, competitive exams, and programming or placements, then if you are still using even a basic input method, then you are already behind. Yes, you are already behind. In today's video, I am going to show you why scanner is slow, how fast Java output operation can actually work, the exact template the top coders use, and when to use it in the interview. Let's master the concept here. Right. So let's quickly begin here. Let me ask you one thing. Imagine you are having your logic is perfect, your time complexity is optimal, but your solution still fails. Why? So this is because of the slow input. In competitive programming environment, your size of the input can range from 10 to the power 5 to 10 to the power 6 or even more. Sometimes even more, right? So scanner does, if you are using a scanner over there, then scanner does a lot of passing. A heavy passing is done by scanner. So it uses a regex and it synchronizes the method, and that's why it's very slow. So even if your input size is huge, even a milliseconds of time can cost you a lot. So it's very important that fast IO is a must in such kind of environment, right? Now let's go ahead. Uh, Scanner versus buffer reader, right? Now let's compare this like a professional. Scanner is easy, beginner friendly, slow. It uses a heavy passing. But when we talk about the buffered reader, it's fast, lightweight, used in contest, right? And no manual parsing is required. That's why the buffer reader is very fast. It just simply reads a raw text, right? And less processing is required, more speed is there, so performance is better. That's why the most competitive programming coders use buffer reader, right? Now let's understand the real magic, right? Now you have a buffer reader here. Buffer reader br equal to new buffer reader, new input stream reader system.in. So this reads a raw text directly from the system. Okay, this is the first step. The second step is that string tokenizer. String tokenizer st is equal to new of string tokenizer br dot read line. So this splits the input line into the tokens. So it's going to split your input line into the tokens. Now the step 3 is that integer dot parseInt st dot next token. So we manually parse the numbers. So that is what here is manual parsing. But why this is fast? Because no regex is used in this. We are not using any kind of regex. Just simply reading a raw text and splitting the simply splitting. So it is very clean, efficient, and powerful, right? Now, let me tell you one thing that your input speed is important, but your output speed also matters, right? If instead of printing your system dot out dot println of value line by line, so what you need to do is you need to use a string builder, right? Append everything first, print everything in one end at once at the end. Why? This is because every input output operation will cost you a lot and it will decrease your speed. So it's better to use a string builder, append every text at a time and print simply at the last. So it will improve your performance, and that's why your performance speed will also increase. That's how the professional think in a way, right? Now this is one of the standard template you might have uh, uh, you might experience in top coding interviews or top coding sites. Now, this is basically now let me tell you what is the structure of this IO fast IO template. Here, it's been used in the contest like CodeChef, LeetCode, right, where the input size is large. So standard template is that you import Java IO, you import java.util. Now use buffer reader, right, and then use string builder. Okay, so that you can append your string, and then you have to use the exception as well. You have to handle the exception as well by using throws exception. Okay, this is the standard template which is used in many of the programming sites. So you please save this template if you are serious about DSA. Okay, now here's some the interview tips like you have to keep in mind. Now in interview, the readability of the code is matters more than micro optimization, right? So most of the interviewer won't give you massive input, right? If they don't give massive input, then you have to simply use a scanner class over there in normal coding interviews. But if it's a competitive programming coding interview, then you have to use fast input output operation. So for this, because the input size might be a very large, but if you are into the normal coding interviews, then you can use a scanner, and you can mention over there to the interview that I can optimize using, if the input size is large, then I can optimize by using the string builder, string reader. This shows your maturity, your depth, and your understanding of the problem. So that's how you need to optimize the solution, right? So there are some common mistakes you need to keep in mind, that uh, you need to handle the multiple cases. People forget to handle multiple cases. People call unnecessarily br dot read line many times or multiple times. There are some common mistakes like inside the loop, printing inside the loop instead of using string builder. So that cost you a lot of the IO operation. Another mistake is that ignoring the time complexity while optimizing the IO. So you have to remember that these kinds of common mistakes should not be happen in the interview. So basically, now let me show that is how the top programmer thinks in a way. They think and they ask the question, what, where's the time being spent, how, whether it is in CPU or whether it is in memory or whether it is in IO operations. So that mindset separates from the average coder, right? So you have to ask this question, so that you can where you can improve, where the time is being spent. Then you have to analyze that. Then you can only think in a way, and you can optimize the solution. So it's very important that you should look into this, and you should uh, master this concept, because it's very important from interview point of view that you should be very perfect. So if you understood this concept, comment fast IO mastered and subscribe the channel so that you can master the DSA concepts. This is not a normal coding channel. It's a coding channel where you have the professional coding experience. So code, crack, and conquer. Thanks for watching this video.